All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's good to see everybody here. Hi, Henry.
Hello there.
It's been a long
It's been a
time.
little bit, yeah. More than 2 weeks now.
I've been out for a while. Well, I want to say thank you to the Pizza Geniuses for what was our stream 2 weeks ago. Very good show. It was very nice to hear everybody there. But Henry, how are you, man? It's been a long time since I've talked to you.
I'm all right. I'm all right. My body's been trying to kill me as of late, unfortunately.
What'd you do?
Well,
What'd you do?
I told you before the show my eye is trying to kill me, and then I have for the last 2 months I have nonstop been going to the gym to get back into the shape because I gained too much weight because of COVID. So I was going every single day, hitting the gym every single day, chest, back, legs, every single day. I can't stress enough. I can't stress that enough. Until finally, my wrist, my elbow, my other elbow, and my right knee completely gave out on me. Like, I was in the middle of a lift. I was in the middle of doing a deadlift. My wrist just pops. My elbow and my other elbow get really bad piercing pains in them, and my knee just goes, boop, and I'm gonna go, all right, nope, I'm done.
Oh my God. Jeez. Yeah. Did you go to a doctor or anything to get that checked out? That sounds like an orthopedic nightmare.
No. It's happened before in the past, like whenever I go too hard, and so I've been trying to keep myself like away from the gym, even though it's like my de-stressor.
That's weird. That's your de-stressor. That's my number one stressor is fitness.
I love going to the gym. Lifting heavy weight make me less sad. Go gym, lift heavy.
Well, well, it's fair to say I was gone for a while. Last week was just neither of us were able to be on. I worked another 10-day straight shift, but I took a trip to the homeland 2 weeks ago. Up north to Ohio, the state that doesn't exist, and Indiana, the state that nobody knows if it exists or not.
Yes, I heard there was some good stories to be had. We never got told.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we went up to Columbus. We flew to Columbus. What was that? Like a Thursday evening, afternoonish. First of all, we get to DFW Airport, which I don't know if anybody in the chat's been to DFW Airport, but it's a freaking mess, especially right now. Luckily, you can get anywhere in the airport fairly quickly as long as you're actually in the airport. But my mom and I sat down at TGI Fridays, which who knew those were still around, right?
Yeah.
And it's about an hour before our flight. We're just like, all right, let's grab some lunch. Let's just hang out, whatever. We check our gate, and it had changed to Terminal D. We were in A, which was a disaster for about 5 minutes until, you saw the escalators behind you, and you're like, oh, where did those go? Oh, those go to the tram. Oh, okay, so we're cool then. So that was about 5 minutes of blind panic trying to just wolf down as much food as we could. Got over to D, had a good flight up. Got to Columbus, and my brother and aunt are there waiting for us. My brother was in Atlanta. By the way, my brother, I've got more stories about him for just in general. He's been making moves. The NIL rules went into effect for college athletes, right? I think I told you about that. He signed with Barstool Sports.
Nice, really?
Yeah, he's a Barstool athlete. I don't know what that means, but I could definitely tell you he's definitely my brother because he signed with Barstool first, Dude Wipes second.
All right.
He sent me a picture of the boxes from Dude Wipes on his porch in South Carolina, and there's like 4 giant boxes from Dude Wipes just filled to the brim with butt wipes. It's the best. So he's definitely my brother. We got a lot closer just knowing that.
Related, yeah.
Yeah, because that would be my second as well. But when we got up to Columbus, my aunt and my brother were waiting for us. They had already been out and just toured the city a little bit, which I was kind of bummed I didn't get to do because I love Columbus. It's a beautiful city. But then we went to, and I don't know if you've ever had this, Henry, and I doubt it. You ever had Skyline Chili?
Don't know what that is, no.
You ever heard of it?
Is it
local? Go ahead. Regional. Okay. That's a regional. Okay. But it's this chili, right? And this is gonna sound weird as hell, but I've brought Ivy over to the dark side on it. They put it on spaghetti, and just with the giant mound of cheese. It is amazing.
Spaghetti with the giant.
Please look it up.
Okay, repeat the name for me.
Skyline Chili.
Skyline. I'm like, spaghetti and cheese is not chili.
Oh, I know, but the chili on top is the Skyline chili. But they have like coney dogs and the chili spaghetti. I mean, it's great. And they sell cans of it at Kroger.
Oh, that looks so
right?
good.
So it actually is. It really
that
is.
looks
People,
so good.
you know, it's crazy. People from Ohio tend not to like it so much, or that that are living in Ohio. The people outside who just, you know, they're from there, or they live there for a few years, they can't get enough of it. Like they sell it in cans at Kroger.
Really?
So I buy it all the time. Yeah, Ivy and I have it for dinner like once every other week.
That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that was like, oh, all right. The food on here, like, I can understand what you meant now by like the spaghetti and the mound of cheese, everything now, because it's like, just take normal food, throw that on there.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not that weird.
No.
In fact, there was a baseball announcer a few weeks ago that was saying some dumb stuff about Skyline Chili. He's a Cincinnati Reds announcer, which is even funnier. And he was saying some bad stuff about it. Everybody flamed him, including the guy he was working with. He goes, "Have you ever even tried it?" And he goes, "No, I would never try that." Well, then why are you talking crap? Stop it. But it's really good in the restaurant. I think it's honestly better than the cans, but you know, that's the best as we can do.
At the menu for the burritos and chilitos part. It says Skyline beef mix in a tortilla, topped with our secret recipe chili, tomatoes, lettuce, shredded cheddar cheese, and sour cream. That sounds really. Good.
It's really good. I'm telling you, people don't give it a fair shot, I think. And I think it's amazing. They're chili dogs. They're small, but they're great.
The cheese thing?
Yeah. And recently, I remembered that they didn't do, okay, can I just get a plate of chili spaghetti? No, they go 3-way, 4-way, 5-way.
Mm-hmm. So
a 3-way is just the spaghetti, chili, and the cheese. 4-way, add onions or beans. And then 5-way is everything. So Ivy and I had, this is going to sound weird as hell, Ivy and I had a 4-way for dinner the other night. Which sounds really weird. But I cut up a whole onion and just threw it in there. It was great. So if you guys are ever in the Ohio area where you see the blue can in the chili aisle at Kroger, give it a shot.
I mean, I don't have a particular reason to go other than like one day visiting like parts of the US that I haven't been to yet. But that alone, just the food, like I'm a garbage person for food. Just any little amount of like garbage food there.
What?
Uh-oh. Adam? You're muted, friend.
My back?
You're good now.
Yeah, sorry, you're going in and out. Can you turn up your input volume just a little bit?
Alrighty.
Sorry, this is the learning process, everybody.
It might be because, hold on. This little boy.
For future reference, anybody watching, if there's audio issues, stick it in the chat. That way we can both see it, please. Cool. What's happening here?
I am currently fixing a cable. Hold on. Because the cable is right underneath this. Boop. That might be better.
Is that better? Is that better, chat? Anybody? I'm talking to you, Ivy. I can see you watching from across the room. Is it better? Henry, say something.
Yes. I don't know.
Sounds better on my end. She gave me a thumbs up. We're good. Let's just keep going.
I'm not going to fiddle with it now. It's too much noise.
Absolutely. Well, the reason I brought up Skyline Chili is because the one we went to was actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody here knows anything about Columbus, but I do. So my aunt goes, okay, the Skyline we're going to go to is on Olentangy. And Olentangy is a river that runs through Ohio State's campus. And right on the banks of the Olentangy is the football stadium, which huge, by the way. It's amazing to look at. It gives me chills every single time I see it. And I didn't put two and two together until we're pulling up. I look out the right side window and I go, oh, big stadium right there. Of course, I know what stadium it is. I'm being sarcastic. But, I mean, it was huge. It was so cool. You could walk out the front doors and just kind of look up and you're like, damn, that's cool. Give me chills. I love Ohio State football, if you can't tell. So, but it was really cool because I've been in that stadium. I've been around it for years. You know, that was just the one time I've seen it from that angle. It was just super cool. Right after that, we went up to Indiana to my grandparents' lake house up in Lake James, Indiana. Shout out Angola and Fremont. Y'all are awesome. It took us like 3 hours to get up there from Columbus.
Really?
And yeah, it's like 3 hours away because Columbus is smack dab in the middle of Ohio, and where we were going was the northeast corner of Indiana. Okay. And there's no like major highways that go in between the two, so we were just kind of stuck on country back roads. We got stuck behind a trailer for like an hour.
You can drive 6 hours, 3 hours in Texas and be still in Texas, but like every other state seems relatively small. I don't know how big Ohio is.
It's small. You could fit 2 or 3 of them in Texas.
Then
maybe 2. But we got up to Indiana at 11:30. My grandfather was still up waiting for us. We were like, dude, go to bed. What are you doing? Man, I hung out. I relaxed. I ate a ton of donuts. There's a donut stand up there, by the way, called Tom's Donuts, and it's the best donuts I've ever had. Ivy doesn't think so because she's a dirty trader. But the first full day we were there, I woke up, there were donuts downstairs, and I was like, sweet, all right, cool. And then we went to breakfast to this place called Village Kitchen, which is another great restaurant up there.
Village Kitchen.
Yeah, on our way back, we stopped at the donut place again and got another dozen. So I was all in on that because I got all my favorites then.
You were?
I think, oh yeah, happy, fat, and just full of sugar. It was amazing. But the cool part was the Tom's Donuts line has transcended donuts. They've made like a brisket burger food truck that is out there by the lake, and
brisket burger food truck.
They start, yeah, just kind of like a trailer kitchen.
Is
you know
it like
what I mean?
barbecue style, or is it just like street food type?
Street food.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was really good, and they've got a nice patio right there by the lake. You can come in through the channel, dock your boat. There you are in this intersection where there's Tom's Donuts, there's a bait shop, there's a frozen yogurt shop, there's a bar, Mexican restaurant right there, and then that food truck trailer kind of thing. And it's really grown up, which is sad because that was the one place I'm like, all right, this is gonna stay the same forever. Didn't.
The nostalgia has disappeared.
But yeah, exactly. But the food was amazing while we were there. Like Village Kitchen, they've got a great breakfast lineup. And the waitresses have worked there for like 30 years, so they've seen my brother and I grow up. So like we walked in, and they didn't recognize me because I've grown out my hair and have grown a beard since then. I think I hadn't been there in 6 years, but they recognized my brother. Chocolate milk, and they gave him what's called a bees, like eggs and bacon and stuff like that. But they were like, and who's this? And I'm like, oh, I'm Adam. And they went, no, you're not. Yeah, I am. They go, yeah, I am. And they go, well, how had we known that? We're giving you chocolate milk and French toast before you even walked in the door. Because that's what they've been doing for years. They've known my family for a really long time.
That's nice.
But it was, yeah. It was sweet, kind of annoying. I don't like being the regular at places.
I don't know. Why not?
Well, it's kind of like the last time I went to the McDonald's, I passed by on the way to work. I just got a large Dr. Pepper, and they went, no double cheeseburgers today, and I went,
Okay, it's completely different being a regular at like a fast food restaurant versus like a mom and pop shop, which I'm assuming is what this is.
Yeah, it's a small business.
Exactly. So it's completely different vibe.
Well, yeah, I guess. It made me uncomfortable is the point, and then I got over it once I started eating because it was really, really good. And I downed that sucker so quick. I dropped a sausage link on my legs, and I went, oh, my leg! Just kind of out and out loud. Everybody turned and looked, and I went,
my bad.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. But really, it was a really good time. I mean, there was a lot of visiting family, and the lake was beautiful. We didn't get to go out on the lake because the boat started overheating at some point. But I went kayaking.
How was that?
Awful. I all the balance I had gained over the last few years is now gone.
Really?
I'd be doing this. A little further. Okay, shit. And like that for like half an hour. And I said, I'm going home. And then I realized how far away from home I was.
Is kayaking the one where the boat is slightly in the water, or is that canoeing?
I think that's canoeing. It's the one where you sit down in it and you have the two paddle. The double paddle.
I don't know. I've never been kayaking.
Canoeing has a single one. Canoeing does this.
Oh, okay.
Kayaking does this, yeah.
So, okay. That makes no sense, but whatever.
Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. Henry's never been kayaking. That's all we need to know.
I'll stay away from the water if I can help it. I've seen what happens to people who go whitewater rapid.
Oh, yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
That, no.
Yeah. I don't either. That sounds awful. I don't like the water to begin with.
How's the temperature up there, by the way?
It was great, man. It was like 85 degrees.
That's why I'm asking, is because like it sucks down here. It's like
Well, it had hit 100 down here, I think, one of the days I was gone, and I was like, oh, cool, man. No, I'm good. It's 85 degrees out. Looked at my phone, 100% humidity, so it still kind of sucked. The humidity wasn't fun. But outside of that, man, the weather was great. It was sunny the whole time we were there. I think it rained once. We were all down by the lake on the dock and on the shoreline. My mom turns back and she points out towards like a small point on the lake. She goes, what's that smoke coming from the point over there? My grandfather, who lives there full time, goes, that's not smoke. We go, what is it? And he goes, oh, that's rain. We should probably get inside. So we all do a mad panic up these big stairs and try to get into the house. My mom's kind of far away on a kayak trying to come in. The rain starts pouring down on her.
God bless.
I felt kind of bad. So I helped her out of the water. But the weather was beautiful. I also met some new cousins.
New cousins, okay.
So my uncle.
Okay.
Go
Is
ahead.
it gonna be like newly born or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, nice.
Yeah, so my uncle's only a few years younger than my mother, but he got married 20 years ago or something like that. Had a kid, they divorced, and he was alone for a long time. And he met this very nice woman. They got married. She already had like a 17-year-old daughter, or she's 17 now. I think she was like 14 or 15 at the time. And then immediately had 2 kids. Like fairly immediately.
That's funny. Yeah.
They had 2 little boys, one that had just turned 3 and one that was 1. The 3-year-old, I don't know about your family when you turned 3, but you didn't still wear diapers, did you?
I mean, not to my knowledge, no.
Yeah, he's still wearing diapers. So he was still wearing diapers. He was still getting spoon fed, which is weird, kind of, but I'm like, all right, they're just trying to get through. They've got 2 young kids. Let's just leave it there. And then I walk inside, and in my grandparents' lake house, there's a breakfast bar, right? With some bar stools on the side. And he's down there like barricading himself in. He's screaming, I need privacy. I need privacy. And I go to my uncle. I'm like, Greg, what's Jack doing? And he goes, oh, Jack's pooping. He's pooping in his diaper. And I went, all right, cool. I'm going to go out on the deck and I'm going to talk to people. So my aunt, my mother, and my grandmother are out there. And I go sit down. I go, hey, guys, so did you know what Jack's doing inside? And they go, no. I go, he's pooping his diaper, screaming, I need privacy. They all turn and look. And I go, you know what has really good privacy? The bathroom. Yeah. But the kids are cute. They were really nice.
He commandeers the entire room. It's like, you all gotta get out. I'm doing my business right now.
Yeah. The bathroom down the hall, dude. Like, it's not that far.
It's not a difficult concept.
No, not at all. Not at all. Absolutely not.
No,
Regardless of the weird behavior, they were very, very nice kids. My new 17-year-old, I guess, step cousin was super cool. You know, they're from Michigan, so I was like, hey, she wanted to go into nursing, so I was like, hey, you know, I live like 5 minutes from Texas Women's University, and it's got a great nursing program. She goes, I'm not going to Texas, and then I'm like, Mom, sick 'em. And my mom's just sitting there trying to get her to go to Texas. She's like, well, if you ever need a place to stay, you're down here, like, because she's, you know, she helps take care of the kids. She needs a break too. You know, it was in the right place, but she got kind of mad. She's like, I'm not going to Texas. I'm not going anywhere near Texas. I'm like, what's wrong with Texas?
I take offense to that as well.
She wouldn't answer.
It's like, what the hell? Why wouldn't you want to?
What, Ivy? Okay, Ivy's trying to talk. Ivy, go on chat.
We,
I did too, and then I was like, whatever. I was just joking with her, trying to see what happened. She did almost wreck our jet ski, though. That was great.
No.
Yeah, our jet ski's from like the 90s, so it's kind of old, a little finicky to get started and move. And so imagine a dock going onto the number 4, so like across like that. Does that make sense? So she's kind of out in the water, and I'm like trying to help her get this thing started, and I'm like, this is not working. Why do we have this in here? Why do we have it to begin with? And then finally, you got to like squeeze the throttle just a little bit, and then hit the button to start it. And I think it's the same on new ones too. But she really really gripped down on that throttle, and I had to kick the damn thing. I had to kick the jet ski because it almost went square into the dock because it just started and went. So I just kicked it and just gone. And then we didn't see her for 15 minutes. We're like, what happened to Kaylee?
Stop this thing! Just keeps going.
Jet skis are fun, man. I didn't get a chance to ride it this year. I wish I would have, but I didn't want to. Because think of it like this. That lake is really big for weekenders. We got there on a Thursday night, and our first full day was Friday, in which it rained once or twice. And then we just wanted to go do stuff in town. And once the weekend hits, man, it's busy. It's not like Lake Louisville or Lake Grapevine where it's kind of open. It's pretty compact. So
That's unfortunate.
yeah, a little bit. But I do want to say American Airlines kind of has their stuff together. Just if anybody looking to travel, American Airlines kind of has it together right now.
You say that, and then like within the news cycle, like in the last couple of like weeks, I've seen just horror story after horror story come from them. Like people getting evicted.
From American? Are you sure it's not Spirit?
No, it's from American. There was that one dude on the plane that was screaming the N-word constantly.
Oh, that was on American?
I'm pretty sure that was on American.
Oh, I thought that was no joke. I thought that was Spirit.
One for certain, because a lady refused to get off the plane and she tries to book it off the plane. As they're trying to get off the tarmac, by the way, she's trying to book it and get off the plane. They have to duct tape her to the seat.
I did see that one.
So it's like, I'll take it with a grain of salt. You know, each flight is different. You know, you might get crazy kooky man, you might get crazy lady, or you nice little flight. You know. Yeah.
Both of ours weren't too bad. I specifically requested an aisle seat because I can't fit in the other seats because I'm long. My mother got me 2 window seats. So on the way there, I was all like this, trying to watch. By the way, the new SpongeBob movie is actually pretty funny. Just putting that out there. And then the second one, I was like this, just like all scrunched up by the friggin' window. It's by the window, and I'm like, there's a young girl next to me, like a 20-something-year-old girl. I'm like, I don't want to like accidentally touch her or anything. I'm just gonna stay right here. And then she's doing this, trying to take pictures out the window, and I'm sucked back into my seat. I'm like, God, would you stop? Would you stop? I'm just trying to watch Talladega Nights here. That was my way home movie. It did very well for it completed its purpose, is what I should say.
Knowing how large you are, because you're like 6 foot,
I'm 6'2", yeah.
You're significantly taller than I am. It's kind of funny, just like imagining you just like real crunched up in the seat. You're like, please leave me alone.
That's why I like the aisle seats, because I at least get one armrest.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed one.
You know, I can get that. I can get that armrest on the outside. I could stretch at least my left leg out, or right leg, depending on the side. But when I'm in the window seat, man, I'm just God. I'm so angry. I'm so angry at everybody for existing right now.
Yeah. How packed was the flight? Considering, I know Texas is pretty damn lenient with the COVID restrictions and everything, but I'd assume everywhere else is pretty like. I guess still restrictive.
Yeah, both flights are packed, way there and way back. I think we sold out.
Really?
Both flights were sold out. Yeah. In fact, I think they were overbooked. But the security line in Dallas was awful as usual.
Of course, always is.
That was really bad. But they got a new X-ray machine, which made it go a little faster. There's a new kind where you don't have to take anything out of your bag.
Ooh, really?
Plop your bag and shoes on there. Yeah, it was actually really cool. It made it quicker. But man, those TSA people, man, I want to feel bad for them, but they were a-holes, my friend.
Almost every single time.
Both. I know, it's the worst. Last time I was in Columbus last October, they pulled my bag and searched it because they found something, and it was just the metal nose piece and a mask I had. And maybe wait an extra 20 minutes to get everything done. It's like, come on, let me get out of here. Also, all the restaurants in Ohio, okay, that's where the COVID restrictions really don't help, is all the restaurants in the Ohio airport were gone. Like, either closed or just out of business completely.
Like, even like the fast food chain ones? Really?
Yeah, they closed at like 5 or 6. Yeah, well, we got there at like 5:30, and we were going to go through security. My brother's going back to Atlanta because he was training with Atlanta FC for a few weeks. That's a story for another time. Oh my God. But so Columbus's airport, the terminals are not connected. There's A, B, and C, and none of them are connected. They have their own security line. You can't go back out and go back in. So we stayed out of the terminal for a little bit just to grab something to eat. And there's a little food court in B terminal right outside security. So that's fine for people to go grab something. Like 5:45, and the only thing open is this place called Charlie's. It's like a sub place. So we start walking up, and these 3 dudes are hanging over the counter. They go, "We're closed. We're closed." I'm like, "No, you're not. It's 5:45. Y'all close at 6." They go, "We're closed." I'm like, "Hey, fine, cool." My mom's like carrying up a storm on the way out, just quietly, which I think was pretty valid.
I mean. In all due respect to those people, they really want to go home.
Oh, I would too. I completely get it. I worked in food for a long time. So did you. Yeah. I want to go home, and once things are closed, you don't want to open them back up again.
Especially when you have to re-clean everything. But anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, they're kind of jerks about it.
I could say.
It was fine. So my brother's like, well, they have a Donato's, which is a pizza and sub place in Terminal A. Go over there because he's an athlete. He's hungry. He needed to eat. And he went through security, got all the way through, and we get a text, "Hey, Donato's is closed." Thank God I have some ones on me because we're eating from the vending machine. And my mom and I went, yeah, we're doing the same. So we went and got snacks from a vending machine. And that was our dinner.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It ended up being fun. My mom and I got to bond a little bit just by complaining about things, which normally didn't happen. So I got back in Dallas. Ivy had one of my parents' dogs here while I was gone, so she wouldn't feel so alone. So she met me at my parents' house when we got back. And then Ivy took me through Whataburger. And I was a happy boy.
Whataburger, damn good.
After that.
Damn good.
Yeah. Give me a number 3 and a Dr. Pepper, and I was set. It was a good time. I had a really good time. Thank you for holding the fort down for that 1 week. I'm sorry we couldn't get on last week. I went from vacation to 10 days straight to 4 days off, and now I'm back to normal. Well, how many shows in a row have we done?
Up until that point.
Well, you done. 12?
Up until that point, it was I think 11. And then we broke the streak because I think it was the 12th one. Whatever one we're on currently is the one that we broke it on.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you know what? I think you deserved a break.
Nah,
you've been going hard at it. You've been going hard at it, dude.
Like I thoroughly enjoy doing this with you guys. It's on occasion sometimes like the issue with like, oh, Adam's not gonna be here. I have to scramble to attempt to find somebody to join me on here because as interesting as I am, I don't think anybody would.
And you are.
I don't think anybody could bear listening to me ramble on for hours about something.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, thanks for letting me ramble on for 30 minutes about my vacation. I had a great time.
It's
I had a really good time. I stayed sober the entire time. That's the crazy part.
Surprising note. You know what? Round of applause for boy Adam.
That being said, I've not been sober for the past like 3 days, so I think I made up for it.
That'll do it though. I mean,
Yeah,
considering
I made up
considering
for
the
it.
week that you had, yeah, I can understand why.
Yeah. The 10-day strike kind of sucked. But how was your week off, Henry?
Like I said, my body just tried to kill me the entire time. So I've been recently going back to the gym, like I said earlier, so that I can get back into shape. And I've been going through all my old course material that I used to study when I was really trying to be a personal trainer. And there's so much stuff that's updated since then. Not like to a nerdy degree. There's like more and more and more things getting learned about like the way the body does metabolism stuff. But it's just like on a fundamental level, nothing's changed. So I just go back to the gym, start working out, and then my body just tries to kill me. Issa disappeared with
I feel you there.
to vacation recently. They'll be back. The dynamic duo will be back next week to join us for that.
Okay.
I'm interested in hearing how their vacation went. Well, from Seth's perspective, I'll hear Issa's after the fact. But for the most part, nothing too contentious over here. We're trying to get a bar crawl going on the weekend.
Ooh.
For the last like 2 months, I know Zach has been trying to get beach volleyball orchestrated for the last 2 months. Honestly, I say like 2 weeks, but it's honestly been like 2 months, and summer's ending, and time's running out.
Thank God. But yeah. By the way, are we doing a Halloween party this year?
The man to ask for that, not me.
Gotcha. I didn't know if you'd heard anything. You know what? We should do a Halloween show the Monday before.
Oh, of course.
And then dress up a little bit. So let's see. Or the Monday right after.
The Monday right after, because Halloween is the
Sunday.
Sunday.
Is a Sunday. Yeah, we could do it. We dress up 2 nights in a row. Just sleep in what you dressed up in the night before.
Birthday's on Sunday. Ooh, gross.
Ooh,
no.
Your birthday's on a Sunday this year.
Yeah. Ew. Not fun.
Mine's on a Sunday this coming year too. Crap.
I
think mine was on a Saturday this year. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was on a Saturday this year. Yeah, I got lucky the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Except it tended to happen during COVID, so we couldn't do anything.
Unfortunately, not the same amount of luck this coming year for us.
No, not at all.
Who would it be though?
Damn it. Yeah.
We also had that experimental. Oh, you forgot you were Tarkov, but we've had that experimental show running that I have thoroughly decided needs to be reworked in some capacity. So that
the new show, right?
That one's gonna try to figure out how that one can work out.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed listening to it. It was nice being informed by my friends instead of people I don't care about, like, people on Twitter or the news, or I'd rather hear from you guys.
It's a slightly biased format because of just how, like, where we sit on certain topics, but for the most part, I feel like we handled it pretty like level-headed, like little to no bias.
Professional. Yeah. Right. Professional is the name of the game on that one. It was very professional. A lot of info being thrown at me though.
Yeah, that's the part in which I'm like, there's no issue with the information. It's just the volume of the information and the way it was delivered.
Right, the presentation.
And
gotcha.
If it weren't for the fact that like I used to tutor back in college, like on and off, for physics, chemistry, whatever people needed help with at the time. You can, at least within my own self, you can kind of tell when it's like not clicking anymore. You're like, I'm not getting this anymore. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to make it slightly more informative while also being delivered in a way that like is better.
Gotcha, dude. You do what you need to do. That sounds fun. I'm thinking up of a very biased sports show.
Ohio is the best.
I think that would be fun. Not in some things. Only college football. Maybe not even then.
I
I mean, we got our asses kicked last year, so I don't know about that one, Chief. But there's a lot of stuff going down in the sports world right now. I think people should know
Isn't
about.
that what happened when the disappointment of Ohio, referring to the, like, you were drinking because you had the superstition that you got blackout drunk?
No. Yeah. So so what had happened was the playoffs come in for the college football season. Ohio State's playing Clemson. Of course, the year before we got murdered by Clemson, we hadn't beaten them like ever. And I was nervous the night before, so I got really, really drunk. And then we won the next day, which was awesome. It was a great game. We beat the hell out of them, quite honestly. And so the next week comes up, we're playing Alabama for the championship. I'm like, all right, this is going to be another really tough game. Well, what should I do? Let's just do exactly what I did last week. And then I played my part. So I got really drunk the night before last time, and I wore the exact same clothes down to the underwear, and then the same clothes when we played the game, and we got absolutely destroyed. And I was like, all right, never mind. I'm not as special as I think I am.
Someone else's bad luck outweighed yours by tenfold.
Yeah, the worst part is I've got a family friend who's an Alabama fan. He is insufferable.
Ooh.
He is insufferable.
In what way?
And just arrogant all about, oh, Bama's the best. Bama's the best. And I'm like, dude, just calm down. Like, it's a game. Like, who cares? He's texting all of us. Like, well, we're going to beat your butts tomorrow. I'm like, get out. I don't want to hear from you.
Yeah.
But when we beat Alabama in 2014, I think it was like New Year's Eve 2014 or New Year's Day, he didn't talk to us for like a month.
Oh, no.
He didn't talk to my family for like a month.
No.
We didn't even have them over for the game because we knew it would be terrible. Also, we thought we were going to get murdered too, so we didn't want to hear it. But oh well.
It's kind of funny that
But
take it way too seriously. Just takes it way too seriously.
Oh yeah. He's got an Alabama Twitter account that's gotten like banned a few times now.
How do you get?
Yeah.
Ow. What is he saying?
He says bad stuff. I don't want to repeat it on the
Fair
show.
enough.
But so his account tweeted at when my mom worked at the school district I went to. He tweeted at the school district, and they looked at the profile and said that he followed my mother, so my mother got in trouble for his tweets.
What? What kind of roundabout, hunky, like, bull crap connected story is that?
I don't know. They just wait. Hey, do you know this person? And she goes, yeah, that's a family friend of ours. And they go, well, he tweeted this. And then I didn't hear the end of the story, but she did get in trouble, and she found a new job after that. She didn't get fired, but that prompted my mom to go find a new job.
I'm glad.
She's like, that was bull.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
What the hell are you gonna?
That's so stupid.
Chastise me for someone else's words? And they're not even family.
Yeah, I don't know what.
They're not.
Right, we know them very, very well, but like, still, chill.
Yeah. That's kind of nonsense to me.
Oh, it is. The school district that I went to is now not what it used to be. Let me put it that way. I get a lot of customers that work, because I work right next to the school district building. I get a lot of customers that come in and complain because they work there, and they're like, screw this place.
I'll be careful with how I say it, because I understand it's touchy for some people, but there are certain things, specifically in the school districts, that are getting taught that most people are going, why are you teaching this to my kids now? So it's like, from when we were kids to now, yeah, I can definitely agree with you in the sense that, like, they're not the same. I'll put it that way. Up to you whether or not they're good or not.
Right, they're not the same. That is a perfect way of
They're
saying
not
that.
the same.
Yeah. So I have questions for you. Why are you playing PUBG again?
Oh God.
And I think you can get the same tone back at me asking me why I'm playing Tarkov again, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, so to give a brief explanation as to why, our boy Crispy, he was playing it by himself. Poor boy. I know, right? He had 100 hours in it. Basically, I think it was by himself, and he hadn't had a chicken dinner yet. And so,
oh really?
So Zach and I were like, you know what? We're gonna play with Crispy. That way he doesn't at least have to be alone while he's doing it. You know, we can have a crew going. And so for the last couple of weeks, we've been playing PUBG on and off when we can, whenever people are not too busy. And we for the most part, I'd say we were having a good time until one evening, back to back rounds where we just get dunked on every single time, to the point where Crispy just goes, "Fuck this shit," and he rages so hard he just gets rid of the game. He uninstalls it, gets rid of it. He's like, "I'm not touching this crap anymore." He gets so angry. He's like, "No more of this." Kind of like how sometimes I've seen you do.
You shut your mouth.
No, you did the same thing with Tarkov, and now you're playing it again.
You're right, and I did the same thing with Among Us, and I will never play that game again.
Perfectly acceptable. The fad's over.
Fad is over. Actually, people who are playing it now have downloaded mods to make it like Town of Salem, which is kind of cool.
Which, by the way, would play that if it were the equivalent of Town of Salem. Town of Salem's fun.
I would.
You know why I hate it.
Yeah, it's nonsense, the whole thing. Great game though. That carried this, not really the server, but us as a group of friends for like a year.
Well, it definitely carried you and Donald.
I love Donald.
I know.
Is he coming on soon? I miss Donald.
Dude, Donald's in New Zealand.
I know, but is he coming on soon?
Okay, I tried to get him on last week for the Pizza Geniuses because he was a pizza genius. Lo and behold. But unfortunately, because of the way that the world works, he's in the future, and he just couldn't tell me he wasn't gonna make it in time, you know?
Gotcha. Fair enough. Oh, Donald, I miss you.
If only we could have the boy.
You friggin'
If only we
Kiwi.
could have the boy. He's great. I'm still working on trying to get him here at some point. I know you and him would have a damn good time.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, speaking of Kiwi, I've started putting notes under everybody's names on Discord.
Finally?
Because people change names a lot, and instead of putting their actual names here, I'll read some out to you that I can actually share.
Okay.
I can't say that one. I can't say that one either. For instance, like Matt, our friend Matt, Who You Wolf, changes his name every once in a while. I just have Matt under there. There's a few other ones. Where is it? Anthony, we've had him on the podcast. I have his name under there. Yeah, Anthony's great. For Regan, I'm not going to put his actual name out, but you and I know what his name is. My note for him is Traitor.
Yes.
For Mr. H, a friend of the show, I've got his note on there, better than me. That's all. That's what his note is. So that way, if he changes name or profile picture, I'll know exactly. Okay, that's Kyle. Yeah, we know Kyle.
Great lad.
He's a great dude. He is better than me. Under Andrews, I put Daddy. I just thought that was hilarious.
For who?
For Andrew.
I mean, he's technically father in the other one, which is funny.
Yeah, well, he's the daddy. He's the dad of all of us. He keeps all of us in pretty good check.
For the most part.
Under Zach's, I just put confusing.
Why?
It's just confusing. I don't know.
No.
Under East's, I just put concerned.
Yeah, that matches up pretty well.
Under Daryl, and we know my history with Daryl, I put redeemed. We're friends now.
No more hate, no more infighting.
Once we got done with Among Us, I was like, okay, he's a cool dude. We're good.
Yeah, just a good old. Have you had the chance to hang out with him in person yet?
New Year's was the last time I saw him in person. Yeah. So I saw him in New Year's. We saw Kyle at 4th of July. His friend Kyle.
Yeah.
He came down. His note is literally terrifying.
I'll have you read it to me.
That man scares me.
How scare you?
I don't know. He's a wild card, man.
He's just the personality, like you never know what he's gonna do.
Exactly.
The one characteristic that terrifies me about Kyle is mostly whenever you call him out for it, not call him out on it, but call him out for it. If you want to do shots, he'll do shots with you every single time.
Yeah.
And that terrifies me. It's like
That's the scary
it's
part.
like, if I understand everyone can party hard, it's totally cool. He parties on a different level, man.
Yeah, he's up here.
Yep,
Up here.
way
We're
up there.
compared to him. Yeah.
Okay, tell me your experience about Tarkov, because you've
Okay, so
you've been
Tarkov.
enjoying it again recently.
So I used your account for not a long time, a few weeks. What was that? Probably towards the beginning of the year. And I lost my mind at it, and I said never again.
Yes.
And I got back into it. I purchased my own copy, and I got back into it. And it was all because one of my customers, one of my regulars, he sat talking to me for like an hour, and he didn't have to. And he was telling me how fun Tarkov is. I go, I know. I've played it before. It's not really that fun. He goes, but they've changed a lot. I'm like, that doesn't change my opinion, Mike. And he's like, well, I think you'd really enjoy it. I think you should give it another try. So I started watching Tarkov content because it just wiped like a month ago. And I've been watching like General Sam and Aqua and Wellen and a few other people on Twitch just fight through their wipe. And I'm like, you know what? I think I could actually do it. I got some crazy itch that I'm like, okay, if I give this enough time and actually put effort into it and kind of learning the map, I think I could do this. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get some of my friends in it on it too. I don't think I'll be able to do that second part, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. Outside of earlier today, I did a scav run on Factory, and there was a dude exit camping, and it made me crap my pants. He scared me so bad.
Did he get you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He murked me hard.
All right, fair enough.
I would have gotten him. I had sights trained on his face, and then I realized my gun was in single fire mode. So I held it down. I'm like, crap! Oh, I'm dead now.
Yep, that'll do you in.
Yeah, he made me poop my pants pretty bad.
See, okay, I have an account. I might try it again, but I need to know what's changed since then, because the thing that really scares me is like, I hate the just constant tension you're under of like, God, am I gonna get shot? Is somebody gonna come up behind me and blat me? You're like, or am I gonna get bush Wookieed from across the map and I don't have a chance. I don't stand a chance against that.
I mean, it's gotten better to, at least in the scav runs now, the scavs don't shoot you on sight. They'll have a little more effort to be friendly if you've been friendly. It's a whole new AI scav karma system, which is weird and I haven't figured it out yet. And apparently it doesn't go for boss scavs either. That's another gripe I have with it. There's a new boss scav in Factory, and I saw him and I was like, hey, I'm friendly, and he just murdered me with a sledgehammer. I'm not kidding.
What's a boss scav?
And I'm like, well, that boss scav is like literally like a really tough scav AI opponent in the game.
Armor, like
for each map.
Armor or tough in health?
Tough in armor, health, and weapon mastery.
Okay.
Like will mess you up.
Okay.
Like there's one on it's either woods or customs in a gas station.
Ooh.
That's one of them. The one in Factory is down in the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's the tunnels down there. Well, he's down there and he's got a welding helmet and a sledgehammer. It kind of messes you up. Doesn't feel very good.
You're pretty damn hard.
Yeah. I have not done a successful like PMC raid yet because I'm still kind of learning as I go. But I have stuff to lose, so maybe tomorrow I'll go in with it. But the scav runs have been going pretty well. You just got to really keep an eye out. I turned my FOV all the way up so I can see a little bit better. It doesn't feel so up close. Outside of that, you really get a few times where you're like getting shot, you don't know where it's coming from. So I just run and hide. That's the worst part.
Biggest one where you're like, where the hell are the bullets coming from? From where? And then you just die.
Yeah, well, God, you're right. The blind panic. The blind, oh my God, I'm about to die, sprint back behind you. Really doesn't help, I found out.
Usually never.
No, not at all.
Usually never, no.
There's a guy hunting me on customs earlier today. That wasn't very fun. I just constantly heard him behind me. And then I got into one of the dorms on customs, and I saw two people in there, and I threw a this is a scav run, and I threw a grenade out there, just a flash grenade, and I'm like, all right, cool, got him, and they're laying down. And then you kill a scav as a scav, and it said your influence with fence has gone down. It's like, damn, that was a scam.
Okay.
It hurts.
Okay. I got sent this one TikTok video of this dude, like, he hears footsteps above him in the hallway. Like I'm gonna put this picture for you. He's just walked into this building. I'm assuming dorms. It looks like a dormitory from like a college campus or something.
Yeah.
He's walking up the stairs and he hears footsteps above him. He's got an automatic Saiga. I don't know what the hell was loaded in it, but he hears somebody on the other side of the wall, and he's like, okay, he's gonna be like 10, 15 feet in front of me to the left. I got this. He walks up to the door, full metal door, bashes the door in, turns left, unloads the Saiga onto the dude. He unloads the Saiga onto the dude. Only thereafter, when he walks back into the door, closes the door, puts his head into his hands, and goes, "It was a scav!
That's the worst.
I just spent $100K on a scav!" And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
I've got to get better at identifying scavs, first of all, but some of those scavs ain't no joke. They're kind of worth 100,000 to kill, especially the boss ones.
I can imagine.
That's coming from a 2-day player. Apparently cheating in that game is worse than it's ever been, but I've only experienced it once,
Cheating, like,
and I didn't even know.
Or
Just aimbot or people putting a sight on their thing. Just cheating in general. Some dude, and this happened, and I went straight to the Tarkov Reddit, and I looked up like stuck in place, can't move, and found that it was a bunch of people cheating using a tool that when you spawn in, you can't move. You try to walk forward, and you just do this. That's all you do, and you try to walk back, and you just go down. Like you can't move. And then I got sniped in the head right between the eyes. I'm staring at a fence. I'm staring like at the boundary lines of the map. So it's like, all right, fair enough. That was the one time I've experienced it.
Like, get up against the wall, give us your stuff.
Yeah. It was a scav run. I didn't have anything of value. It just happened out of nowhere. But that's the only time I've dealt with the cheaters. Other than that, man, it's been a good time. And like when I'm starting to be able to hold my own, which is nice. Starting to.
That's always nice, is when you can feel or see the improvement.
I know that plateau is coming, but I'm gonna keep going until it does. There's gonna be that plateau where I lose everything. I know it.
That you've tried everything. You've done your PMC raids, and you're out of money. There's no more. Wait.
Exactly. And do mac and cheese runs. Get a Makarov and one of those A1 or what is it? The little cheese-looking first aid kits.
How to do it?
Do the mac and cheese run until you get some money back. But yeah, the game's been really fun. I'm glad I got back into it. I just had a really bad itch to play it because like I said, I played it a few months ago and I wasn't great at it. But I think giving it a fair shot, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's one of those games you wouldn't think I would like.
Considering your personality and how you rage sometimes, it doesn't strike me as it. But the fact that you got pushed into it with a direction of like you have a bunch of people like General Sam playing it, and you can see all the people who are great at it, and you're like, I want to do it now. So it's like you can see it happen, and you're like, I can picture myself doing that too.
Yeah, my goal now is to rat around for a little bit and just get all the extras people leave behind. Then the next step, and I'm gonna get flamed for saying this, is exfil camping just a little bit, just so I can have that experience. Also, it sounds fun. And then I'll chat it up and I'll go crazy if I get any better. But the ratting around as a scav has been working, and I'm going to try to do some PMC runs here in the next day or two.
You're not the one who has the hunt, are you? Hunt Showdown?
No.
You would like that game. If you and I, yeah,
I
if
would.
you and I got to play that game, you would like that one. Old West, basically same thing, except your goal is to fight like monsters. That one's fun.
I have seen those guys play it.
It is.
See, like General Sam and Aqua and all them play
It
it.
is a hell of a lot of fun. The gunplay is very excellent in that one. Some of the sites are like it's 1800s, whatever, so it's not going to be great, but overall, very fun experience. I think you'd enjoy it.
Cool. I'm gonna add that to my list because I've seen it on YouTube and it looks pretty good.
Very, very much worth checking out.
Yeah, I just can't wait till Party Animals comes out finally.
That'll be a good time.
That was a great
Dude,
game.
okay, Zach had this opinion, and I fully agree with him when he says it, that the party animals missed the train. Like, when they released that demo, they were going to release the game. They were just finishing bug fixes and stuff like that. And there were literally, like, millions. I think it's still number 1 or number 2 most wishlisted game on Steam, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there were millions of people that wanted the game, I think. And they could have released the game as it was, bug fix here and there, and then do what they're doing now, which is we want to make the game what we want it to be, and just release it as Party Animals 2. But instead, they're like, you know what? We're gonna pull this. They pulled the demo, they pulled the game. Everything is like, nope, no one can touch this until we're done with it. And at least the way that he says it, and I agree with it, is by the time that they re-release it again, fad's gonna be over. Only the people that really remembered playing it are gonna go back like how we did. But that's because we had like 6 people, 7 people at a time playing the game. It was great.
Yeah, a lot of griefing in that game from all of us. That was a good time.
Ban the ice gun.
Yeah, oh god. Yeah, but it was a really good game. I agree. I think it missed the mark. I think had it released soon after that demo, which is about a year ago now, I think it would have been awesome because they can add content. I think it shows they really have some bigger problems than just production. I think there's some other stuff going down that they can't really have out right now. You good, homie?
No.
What's happening to you? I don't know what's happening.
Water. In the wrong pipe.
Ooh. Are you still...
We're good now. Maybe.
You good?
All right.
Drink some more water.
That's what did it.
Well, on the note of almost death, is there anything else we want to talk about?
Nah. We're gonna do something after this. I know that much. What yet? I don't know. We gotta see if we can get some people inbound. Otherwise, we may do Black Ops, Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, some old Black Ops COD Zombies would be a good time. Regardless, all that will be going down here on the Backseat Podcast Twitch channel. So if you guys want to watch, we'll come right on back. It'll be a good time. You know, like I said, I still don't know what we're playing.
Yeah. It depends on who we can pull in for this evening. If it's just gonna be you and I, we'll figure it out, you and I.
Sounds like a plan, man. All right. Hey, everybody, it is good to be back. Thank you for being back with us. We missed you dearly. I missed you even more than Henry did.
I disagree with you, but I'm not gonna argue with you now.
Fair enough. Regardless, we'll be back same time, same place next week. So next Monday at 6, we'll be here again to fill your lovely ear holes with some great conversation, some funny stories, and whatever else we just comes off the top of our heads.
If all goes well, we should have Mr. H Music, his grand return, along with his brother Seth, and we'll have the dynamic duo.
Can't wait. That was the best. That still stands up as one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. So I'm very excited for that.
I'm very excited.
If you guys are on Twitch, don't forget to follow us so that way you can see when we go live every week, and we'll be doing more shows. So you'll keep seeing that. Come and support us. If you guys are on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and comment if there's anybody you want to see on the show, especially if you're in our friend group and you want to be on the show. Let us know there or on our Discord. I don't know if our Discord's public yet, but is it?
There are places where you can find links on our Twitch channel itself, on our Twitter and Instagram. There should be links that serve for the first few people that get to click them.
Absolutely, yeah. So go ahead, go follow our Instagram, go follow our Twitter, of course, follow our Twitch. You'll find all the Discord links there. If you follow the Discord or you join the Discord, that'll keep you up to date on everything. And we would love to have you guys over there. Come party with us. Let's have some fun.
Come and join us in the back
So
seat.
we'll be back. Absolutely, come and join us in the back seat. We have fun back here. We will be back. I don't know when, but I think within the next hour or so, we'll be playing some games. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining, Henry. Great to see you, my dude. I missed you dearly.
Great to see you, man. Hopefully we can get together soon.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. If you don't have a great week, I'll find you.
He will. He will, though. He really
Yeah,
will.
I probably will. I've got some time on my hands. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.